Earlier this year, I made my first bushcraft shelter and spent the night alone in the woods. Now it's Jess's turn.
Join me as I head up the mountain and attempt to build my own survival shelter. I'm going to get a fire going, cook a campfire pizza, brew lots of nettle tea, and spend the night with only you as company.
There goes Jess, off on her first solo bushcraft shelter campout.
I feel like I just got dropped off on a loan. This should be interesting. This whole area is so steep, but I scouted out a little place where I think I might be able to set up a camp. There's an elk track. I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of a small one, but they are definitely up here. Right, it should be just around this corner. There's a really big tree and a nice spot to sleep at least. There it is. My tiny little camp. All right, I'll show you guys around. I'm gonna have to move a lot of this deadfall right here. But this spot right here is a little bit flat. And then you have this beautiful birch tree on one side. And here's a little seat. And then I was thinking about making my fire kind of into this bank. We'll see how that goes. All right, I got to get to work on getting this cleaned up so I can get the shelter made. Hopefully that won't take too long. That's kind of heavy though. I kind of tried it. We had so much rain last night. Everything is just soaked. I'm hoping I'll be able to get a fire going. But this ground is really wet. But there are a lot of leaves, so maybe it'll be nice and cushy at least. All right, I think that does it. This little spot is so pretty. It's up on the mountain, so you can hear the creeks down in the valley. You can also hear some of the trucks and stuff down in our little holler, but hopefully it won't be too loud. It's just a beautiful day. What I'm attempting to build should hopefully look something like this. Hopefully I can make it look at least similar to that. All right, let's go. I think it's coming together. You're supposed to stick like wedges, like two fork sticks together to give it some strength. And it seems like it's getting pretty sturdy. It's not beautiful yet. We'll work on that, but I need more sticks. Definitely learning some things while I'm doing this. So you need to look for kind of forked sticks, and you're trying to kind of like put them together. I'm not sure if I can show you. Kind of like this. Also, if you can weave some sticks in throughout the shelter, it will help kind of bear its own weight without having to put all of the weight on the front too. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to be weaving some sticks in, and then we're going to add some leaves and some brush on top of that. I want to show you how I'm kind of weaving these in here. It's not perfect, but it does seem to really help. So get it down at the bottom, and then you pull it up, it gets tighter. And that just sort of gives it a lot of structure and kind of helps with the weight bearing. Right, we had some really bad storms yesterday, and it knocked a lot of these branches down. We actually had some tornado warnings in some of the counties surrounding us. We had some bad winds and some rain, but that's why all these green leaves are on here. But I'm going to put some of the leaf litter on there too, just to kind of shore it up a little bit. I don't think it's going to be waterproof, but hopefully we won't need it to be. If you guys can see the blue sky, it's supposed to get down into the low 50s in the valley, so it will probably get into the 40s up here, so we might have a chilly night. Okay, I need to finish this up with some more leaves and a few more sticks. Well, it's looking pretty good in here. There's some spaces I want to fill in with a little more leaves. But I think this should do. And I have a nice comfy leaf mattress down here. It's drying out pretty well. Still a little damp, but not anywhere near as soggy as it was this morning. I'm going to get one more bag of leaves. I've noticed that if you want to make a shelter with the leaf litter, don't look on the tops of the ridges. That's where the wind will blow the leaves off of that. If you look kind of down a bank into like a kind of like a rivet, that's where the most leaves are. See how thick that is? I'm probably getting some spiders and worms in with all my leaves too. All right. That probably took about a minute, and I have a whole bag. I think that's mostly finished. That took a long time. I need to go get some firewood and get a fire started. Our folding saw is getting a little dull, so I brought this one, which didn't have a sheath, so Tim made me this. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's so funny. I cannot wait until he comes in the morning and can take over. This filming and doing stuff at the same time is pretty hard. I give people props who do this all the time. I think I'm probably going to need a lot more than that. All right. I think that was a tree squeaking. It sounded really loud. It's getting really breezy, which will dry things out a little bit, so that will be nice. I'm going to make a little, like, not really a fireplace, but kind of like that, sort of in the bank, because there is not really another spot to make one. It's not very level right here. I kind of took the only level-ish spot for the shelter. I do like making fireplaces. Oh, look at that beautiful dirt. She could transplant that down to a garden somewhere. We don't have a garden because we don't have any sun, but I would love to have one day. All right, I think I need to go find some rocks, and then maybe I'll get a fire started and let it burn down a little bit while I get some more firewood. I'm gonna try to make some pocket pizza tonight. I do need some more rocks, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a fire going so we can get some good coals. This is when I'm really missing Tim. He's so good at making fires. He did cut me some kindling though, so I'm very thankful for that. I'm going to attempt to start this with a ferro rod, but I did bring a lighter just in case. This is a cotton swab with Vaseline on it. We'll see if this helps. Things are very, 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 very wet. This breeze is drying them out a little bit though. Let's try this again. I'm gonna stand up. There's a spark at least. Whew, there it goes. Put these can go on top. Tim is probably cringing right now as he's editing this. I'm sorry. I am not great at lighting a fire. I'm so thankful for this wood that Tim cut for me. It's nice and dry. The only fire I ever learned how to make growing up was a teepee fire. I didn't know there was other ways you could do it. I made this one with the logs kind of on the bottom, so hopefully it'll kind of burn down and make some good coals. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I need a few more rocks, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get my bed ready in my cute little shelter over here. Well, that looks pretty cozy. I will probably have leaf litter all over me, but at least I'll be kind of protected from the elements. And I'll have my fire right here, and that'll kind of help protect me too from any wildlife at night. There's supposed to be a full moon tonight, which I'm excited about. It's supposed to be clear with a full moon. That's going to be gorgeous. Well, the wind seems to be blowing the smoke straight into my shelter. It was blowing it uphill, but now it's coming this way. Hopefully that will change. This is looking pretty cozy. We need to get some foraging done before dinner. The sun kind of has gone out. I was hoping we'd get some sunshine, but I saw a chanterelle down the mountain a little way, that way, and I think there's probably some ramps. All those will be good on pizza, and then maybe some nettle. So let's go get that and get our pizza cooked because I am starving. Right, there is a chanterelle down here somewhere. There's probably more on the mountain, but I will settle for one if that's all we find. There it is. Yay, look how pretty. These have a little bit of like an apricot taste. They're really good. I think this will be good on the pizza. I think I see a ramp flower over here. There it is. They're kind of hard to find at this time of year because you usually get them in the spring, but you can still eat them. They're just bigger and they have a stronger ramp taste also. And there it is. They're like wild leeks, and they have a bit of like an onion garlic flavor. They also have a skin on them that you can kind of peel off. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so it's not working as well, but usually that gets most of the dirt off at least. Now we just need some nettle. I think that will be good. Here are some little ones. I think I can get these without getting stung. I did bring gloves, but I forgot to bring them on our walk. I might need a little more though. Got my gloves. One did sting me. It kind of hurts, but it goes away fast. think I'm gonna gather a little extra for some tea. That sounds really good to me right now. Home sweet home. Looks very inviting actually. It's pretty exciting. We have our foraged goodies here. Chanterelle, a ramp, and some nettle. I do need a lot more firewood, so I'm gonna have to do some firewood cutting after dinner is done. But I think I need to go ahead and do this while the light is still out. Right, I'm gonna try putting this one on this side and then one across the top. We'll see if we can make a little oven. I think we're gonna go ahead and just cook this on the pan and flip it to the other side to cook the other side instead of trying to do the oven. It's not quite working well. I didn't find the best rocks up here, so I think this will work just fine though. These coals are really good. And the smoke is not quite going into my shelter anymore. It's going to the side. I'm gonna get this pizza going. And I also want to heat up some hot water to have some nettle tea, because that sounded really good. I think I'm thirsty. I'm not sure I've drunk enough water today. There is a little spring up over this hill that I might go check out in the morning. It's not really a creek, but I probably am gonna need a little more water. And hopefully it's up a little bit from all the rain. I brought a lot of pizza dough. I am going to be using this for breakfast in the morning, and Tim is going to come join me. I kind of like thick pizza crust. Most people like it thin, I think, but I always like the pan pizza at Pizza Hut. I don't know if they have that still. I've not been to Pizza Hut in a very long time. Right, I need to cut these up. Oh, there's an owl. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. It's pretty close. Oh, there it goes again. Can you all hear that? It's just out in the woods. I don't know if they'll do it again or not. Oh, there it goes. I think it's a barred owl. That's what the kind we have around here. Good thing that I'm the only one eating this, because my hands are a little grubby. The only thing that this campsite lacks is a creek. I don't realize how handy they are. There's a ramp. And then here is our beautiful chanterelle. I'm not going to cut it up too small. Getting flour everywhere. I'm just going to kind of do that. It's got flour on it. And I'm going to add a little bit of nettle. I don't know, I might add a tiny bit of olive oil inside, just so that it doesn't get too dry. There we go. It can't hurt, I guess. I'm just going to make this into a pocket. And there it is. Pizza pocket. Going to put a little oil in here. Do not want this sticking. I haven't had this pan for too long, so I'm not sure how well seasoned it is. I got it at a thrift store. Trying to see if it's too hot. I don't want to burn it right away. We have learned when we are cooking outdoors that slower is better. Like the less heat, the better, because you'd rather not burn it. Eventually it will cook, but you can't really take back being burned. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. And looks like my water's about done. This is so cozy. I wonder what Tim's up to right now. My tea is ready. I don't want this water to boil away. Some nettle down in there. I brought some honey to go in it too. Just let that steep for a few minutes while I put the pizza on. All right, we had a near catastrophe. I almost forgot to put the cheese in here. So I'm stuffing it in. Cannot have a pizza without cheese. Put as much in there as I possibly can. I think that looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of oil just on the top. That way when I flip it, it won't stick to that side. All right, let's try this again. Oops, some cheese coming out. Gonna heat the sauce up on the side. And then I'm going to get ready to have some nettle tea while this bakes. This is so good. If you haven't tried nettle tea, you should try it. It's just really nice and refreshing. Has lots of vitamins in it too. That is what I needed. It has been a long day. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna flip it. I think the pizza is just about ready. I think I'm going to make some more nettle tea though. That was so good. I don't have a ton of water. I'm going to have to go forage some pretty soon, I think. Such a beautiful evening. All breezy and the sun came back out. Oh, yes, I think that is done. There's dinner. Sounds good too. That smells so yummy. Oh, it's hot. I am so glad that I remembered to put the cheese in there at the last minute. I'm just going to dip it right in the sauce, I think. Delicious. Oh, it turned out so good. Even without the oven, I think that this worked out pretty well. Kind of looks like a panini too. Well, I think I'm just going to enjoy my dinner and watch what's left of the sun. You can really taste the ramps in here. Just got like perfectly done on the outside too. It's so good. There's a chanterelle right there. Just sitting here by the fire and watching the sun slip down behind that mountain over there. I am a little nervous about spending the night in the woods by myself. I've never done it before. I've done a lot of camping, but always with my sister or my husband or a friend. There's definitely elk in this area, definitely bear. We have coyotes, and all the little animals, but I haven't really seen too many of those. Turkeys. Hopefully everything will stay away. I'm gonna try to keep the fire going all night. I need to go get some more wood. Can you hear the coyotes? They sound almost like monkeys or something. The sun has just officially set, and the moon should be rising in about 10 or 15 minutes. It's supposed to be a full buck moon tonight, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna make some more nettle tea. Got out the headlamp, stoked up the fire. Just about be time to put my sweater on too. It's pretty dark out here right now. Found something else. Ugh. I hope they stay far, far away from my shelter. Oh, there's a salamander. A little guy. Just let that sit for about 4 or 5 minutes. Should be good. Well, it's late and I better get going to bed. I will see you all in the morning. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. I appreciate it. Good night. It was at this point that my worst fears were confirmed. I had accidentally set the camera on hyperlapse mode sometime the previous night and didn't notice until after I'd had my morning coffee. There's the sunshine. Good morning. I think it's coffee time. I also need to go get some more water. So that wasn't too bad. The night wasn't bad. I didn't sleep the greatest, but it wasn't terrible either. It was kind of cool being out in the woods and hearing the owls, and I didn't hear the coyotes again. The bugs were really nice, and I can hear the creek down the mountain. But I better get up. The fire actually stayed going all night. I had to stoke it a couple of times. All right, let's go get some coffee water. There's a little spring down here. It's a little hard to get to. See if I can make my way down there. Let's see if I can get any water from this. It might take a bit. All right, finally got some. That took a while. This is more like a watershed than a spring. Look how beautiful this morning is. Just gorgeous. These are cinnabar chanterelles. They're much smaller than the normal ones, but they're good too. All right, let's get this water heated up so we can have some coffee. There is nothing like the smell of coffee first thing in the morning. Got these stickers all over me. These are really sharp. We have them all on our property too. I tried to pretty up my shelter a bit, even though I'm not going to stay another night. It was kind of fun. Put some moss on there, little fern in the corner. Oh, I love this shelter. All right, Tim should be heading up over that knoll right there any minute. I'm so excited to give him this camera. Filming is hard.
Hey!
There he is! Yay!
Oh, cool. This is pretty nice.
It was pretty cozy, actually.
This is real cool. Probably some blackberries.
Oh, yay!
They're a little subpar, but you can hide them in the bread.
That'll make some good bread. Yay, thank you.
And one shelter decoration.
Pretty. Oh yeah, I think that looks nice. How do you like it?
This is great. Feel just like I'm in the show alone.
Yeah, that's what I said after you dropped me off.
Yeah, you should be proud of this. This is pretty awesome.
Oh, thanks. It did make me feel safe. Like this whole side was all...
Yeah, you made yours a lot
in.
deeper than I did. Yeah, just imagine if it was snowing, like a blanket of snow on top of your shelter.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Just looking out there at the fire.
Oh. We gotta do something like that.
Yep. But I think we're both hungry. Should probably get started on breakfast.
Yes.
Get these coals spread out a little bit.
Yay, my husband's here.
This
So
is
happy.
a great fire.
Thank you. It was going all night. I got like 10 to 12 feet logs and just like laid it over here. Whenever they would burn in the middle, I would shove them together. The breeze is blowing us away. It's looking good. It's time to flip it.
I feel like I want to take selfies in front of this. Heavenly Father, thank you for the blessing of food and for keeping my wife safe overnight.
Amen. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, look at that though. I didn't put any sugar on the inside. I have some honey and some syrup we can use. All right, there you go.
Ooh, tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think what it reminds me of. Cross between a waffle, a donut, blackberry pancakes, toast.
Try some sassafras syrup on here. Ooh.
Was there anything harder than you expected?
Filming. Like, I knew it was going to be hard, and that was what I was most nervous about. But it is really hard to film and really think that through and do everything else at the same time. It's just really hard. But I kept on accidentally hitting hyperlapse on the camera, and during the night I actually didn't notice it. So there was an owl that was just like right there and making like really loud, cool noises. So I thought I had got that footage, but I didn't.
It's sad.
It is sad. I was very, very sad.
How long did it take you to build this shelter?
Probably like 3 hours.
That's not bad.
It was still hard. Like it took me longer than I was thinking it would take me.
And then there's the constant need of firewood.
Oh, the firewood was kind of worse too. It just took so long to cut through just like a good sized log. And then I would have to cut it again on the other side. And it's like, this is taking so long.
What about being out here in the dark all by yourself?
That was probably the easiest thing.
Yeah.
That I was thinking was going to be hard. It really wasn't that bad. There was a full moon, but it didn't really come down through the canopy, so it was still pretty dark. But that wasn't as scary as I thought, so I sort of feel like I've kind of gone over that bump. So if I ever need to do this again, it won't be a big deal.
Well, thank you guys for watching this. We hope you enjoyed it. Jess is never going to do this again.
Maybe, but
Not
I'll do
anytime
some
soon.
stuff different. I would much rather have you come along with me.
Yeah, we talked about we need to do a bushcraft one together. We're both involved.
Yeah, because there's certain things that I like to do and I'm better at, and some things you excel at.
Yeah.
For sure.
Plus, we just like each other. We're glad you guys joined us. We enjoy hearing from you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. You're going to be sad to leave, aren't you?
I'm a little sad to leave my shelter.
It's very cool.
Yeah. But I cannot tell you how exhausted I was. After all the wood cutting and the shelter building and building the fireplace and filming and making dinner, and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was exhausting. But it was fun.
I bet you can't wait to get home and take a shower.
I cannot wait.
We would like to try doing a 2-night camp out sometime.
Yes. You do all of the grunt work at the beginning, so it would be kind of nice to have just an extra day to kind of relax and enjoy your shelter and your fireplace and all that stuff.
It sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. I'm going to try to cut. I'm out of breath. That is a heavy log. So hopefully that won't take too long and we can get to work on the cut. Oops. It is hard not to get the GoPro shutter right on everything that you're doing. Ah. All right, hold on.